do 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 do. Yeah, anime pose. Hi guys, welcome back guys to my second installment of Manga Vibes. Yes, oh my goodness, I'm very excited to be doing another one of these videos again. I have, not gonna lie, I've been just kind of struggling to figure out which manga to like totally vibe with y'all, especially stuff that kind of like matches the theme, at least for the books and coffee videos. But you know, we're getting started, we're having fun, and that's what's important. So this month's manga vibe that I thought I would indulge you in, rather than reviewing just one manga, I thought I would do two, seeing as that we're doing kind of like this really cool like retelling of like, you know, the Disney tales with the books and coffee. So I figured I'd share with you one of my very personal favorite retellings of a classical tale, though a tragic one, but it is Romeo x Juliet. I have the manga, but I don't have the anime. I've seen the anime though, and it is very good. But the other manga that I thought I was going to review is actually the manga version of Beauty and the Beast. Nobody really knows that this one exists. I was actually kind of shocked that it existed, and when I found it at, I think it was Sac Anime, and I was just walking around, and I was just like, wait, this is maybe a manga, but it shouldn't have surprised me. So, but yeah guys, so let's get to it. So I really wanted to start off with my first manga that I have here, which is the Beauty and the Beast one. This one actually is kind of based off of the live action movie that came out, and I do want to share the cover though, because like it's Belle on this side, and then you flip it and the Beast is on the other, so I thought it was really cool. What's really cool though about this manga in particular though is it is a special kind of like 2-in-1, and what that means is that you read it the one way, and it's actually Belle's whole point of view of the side of the story, which is kind of like the regular like side of the story that we're constantly being told. So I thought that was really cute, and obviously like the artwork in it is really cute. Definitely, like I said, based off of the TV live action one that came out. I'm totally for like zapping on when it came out. I try not to think about it too much. But yeah, so then of course it's really cute, because then when you finish her story, it actually tells, like if you flip all the way to like the back and stuff, and like towards the end, it gives you like the little epilogue, and you read it kind of like from this, you know, obviously from this side to this side for her version. But then when you flip it and you read it from his side of the story, then it obviously will start off kind of like, you know, from when he was originally cursed. So kind of like what the beginning of the movie, and it goes into his childhood a little bit more. And then of course, again, when he's cured of, or not cured, but when he's able to break his curse, you actually get to read the epilogue scene backwards. So the same epilogue scene that I just showed you right now, you then read it from his side to her side, and it's just this really cute like flippery doodah. I'm not gonna lie guys, I actually do recommend this one, even if it's just like if you're curious about like what a Beauty and the Beast manga would look like. Very cute. I will say the manga guys looks a lot better than the live action. I'm just saying. I love you, Dan. I love you, but nothing beats a manga boy. But yeah, and then the other thing that was really cool too is Tokyo Pop is the one that released this one. If you're curious and maybe want to check it out yourself, you can get it digitally, physically, however you choose to. So yeah, but on to the next. Okay, so I am pretty sure that with this next one, everybody has read, either back in high school, elementary school, or somehow, some way, you either read it willingly or you were forced to read it during high school, the story of Romeo and Juliet. One of William Shakespeare's very famous tragic love stories. I was actually back in high school in a production play of Romeo and Juliet. With a twist, it was ironic. But like, literally, I'll never forget my drama teacher's exact words. He's like, Romeo and Juliet, Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh yeah, it was epic. There were docks, there were boats. Woo man, that was the funniest and most complicated set that we ever built. So yes, guys, my last manga that we're gonna vibe with today is the Romeo x Juliet. And first, I just have to share like what this like what the whole thing looks like. It is, first of all, super pretty, super cute. I love this like version, that this retelling of Romeo and Juliet so much. Again, Romeo and Juliet's one of those where it's like you either love it because you know you have kind of like a personal spot with it. Like again, if you willingly read this book or you willingly read the story, you're like, oh yeah, that's a really good story. It's one of my favorites. Or again, you're one of those where you were forced to read it and you feel like it's overly saturated and overly done, and you wouldn't be wrong. But I will have to admit, I loved the twist that the mangaka, who is, I'm so sorry if I'm gonna butcher your name, but the artist like I said, the original story was by William Shakespeare, but the twist that they gave for the Romeo and Juliet, the Romeo x Juliet, was super interesting. So the basic premise of Romeo x Juliet is that obviously both of the families have been at war with each other for a very long time. However, rather than the city just be called Verona, it is actually called Neo Verona, and it's set in kind of like this super high futuristic fantasy. And what happened is that Lord Montague actually annihilates the entire Capulet family except for Juliet. Juliet is the only sole survivor of the Capulets. They don't go into too much detail, like at the very beginning. You kind of just see Lord Montague kill Lord and Lady Capulet and one of Juliet's guards running away with Juliet and saving her. And then it kind of jumps us forward into the future, and we see, there's discourse everywhere. There's Montague guards getting ready to kind of sacrifice a bunch of people for the name of the Lord Montague. Kind of like the beginning of The Legend of Zorro, if you have ever seen it. That whole scene where he kind of just swoops on in and saves everybody because he's a masked crusader. That is exactly the opening sequence to Romeo x Juliet. Juliet is actually, they call her the Red Red Whirlwind. Yes, they call her the Red Whirlwind. And she's this super stylized crusader, caped crusader with an awesome looking hat. And of course everybody thinks she's a male. They don't think she's female, and she actually does very hard to disguise herself for obvious reasons, because obviously if Lord Montague knew that she was alive, she would be dead. So anyway, so she's this masked crusader and is kind of the rallying for the people in Neo Verona, because Lord Montague is a super dictator and is ruining the entire kingdom. But anyway, moving forward, that's not a surprise. But yes, so then of course as the story goes on, we come to find out that Juliet actually just kind of took up this mantle without really ever knowing why. She just wants to do good for the people. But there is at one point where she runs into Romeo. And of course, they actually don't run into each other at the ball the first time. It's actually they run into each other on the street while she's quick changing from Red Whirlwind to her normal attire. And so she it's kind of oh, my heart's a flutter, all of that stuff. But the way though that they go about them meeting, because I can't distinctly remember if they go to the ball. I think they do just kind of to initiate Juliet into being kind of within society, but trying to keep on disguise. I think it's supposed to be a spy mission, we're only gonna spy, but you can't draw attention to yourself. But anyway, so fast forward, and Juliet is then brought on and exposed to the world as being the last Capulet, to which of course Lord Montague is no, just to all the Capulets. And of course at this point Romeo's already fallen in love, and it's no. So of course the typical story obviously still unfolds. However, there are so many twists and turns and different directions that they go with this, that it is literally one of the most unique retellings of Romeo and Juliet, and I absolutely love it. I think it is super cute, and it's such a really cute small read. It's definitely in one volume. It was distributed by Yen Press, so if you have a afternoon to kill, or even like, you know, a few minutes, definitely get yourself this beautiful, cute little book here for you, a little manga to vibe with, if you will. Definitely recommend it, especially to those who love the classic retellings, but with a twist. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it for me with my manga vibes. Again, I'm working really hard to try to figure out which one to talk about next. I mean, I have so many, and they're just like, I could tell you so much about them, and I want to vibe with them so bad. But thank you guys for coming in. This is, like I said, a really short video. This is kind of like usually with the manga vibes, I just get to, you know, talk about manga, recommend any. If you have any manga that have a twist to them, or that are retellings, I do know that there's like a Pride and Prejudice, or there's like a Jane Eyre manga too. If you've read those and totally want to talk to me about them, I am so happy to talk about them with you. They are the kind of mangas that I've been kind of looking for as of late, just, you know, open some horizons. But yes, guys, thanks so much for manga vibing with me, and we'll catch you next time.